How's it going? Hey guys. We're going to see if my connection is better here. I was live on TikTok. I'm good. How are you? Hola, saludos. I was live on TikTok. We're going to see if my connection's better here. But I am getting ready to make some tamales. So that's what we're going to do. So that I bring you guys along. And I'll set you down as soon as I have everything on the table that I need to make my tamales. So, saludos. Yes, I'm on. Hopefully my connection stays better over here than it did on TikTok, but we will see. We will see. Oh, man. Man down. Saludos. Yes, you're here for it. Glad. That makes me happy. I'm glad. Fidel said that I'm doing tamales de mantequilla. And Fidel said that he wanted caramel apple ones, so that's what we're going to do. Saludos. That house is going okay. They took a break on it, though. So Fidel said they'll go back into it on Monday. So, yep. I need to... This thing behind me does not close. I need to figure out something to put in it. Anyway. So, yeah, don't forget to press the like button if you like what you're watching. I do have a long video, but since I'm going live tonight, I'm going to post that video for you guys tomorrow. And it's a day in our life Saturday. Yes, caramel apple tamales. I know. They're my husband's a fan, so we're gonna make him some caramel apple tamales. And I thought that he was going to be in here so that maybe he could help. However, he's not in here right now, but that's okay. So I'm just getting my table ready, and then I'll set you guys down. I know I'm kind of all over the place right now, but I'll set you guys down. Vicky, yes, thank you, Vicky. Yeah, set you guys down, and then I actually made the video that you guys will see tomorrow. I made tamales yesterday as well. So... Two days of making tamales and lots more in my future. So I don't have a ton of masa. Fidel only got 2 kilos. So like 4 pounds. So it's not going to be a whole lot, but it'll be some. It'll be enough for you guys to hang out with me while I do it. Yeah. So, do me a favor, my moderators that are in here. If I lose connection and you get a chance to, if you can put up a message that says I'm frozen, things like that, just let me know. I'm going to do my best to make it through this without losing my connection, but I cannot make any guarantees. So, y los tacos, ya, necesita cocinar estos también. Pues nosotros comer muy tarde esta noche, ¿no? We're going to eat kind of late tonight, but that's okay. I have to get the tamales going, though, because now I have to figure out where I'm going to set you guys so that you can see what I'm doing. So let's figure that part out. Let's see. That might work. I don't know if that's going to work, but we're going to try it. So... Hello from Oklahoma City, Long Beach. Hello, Arkansas. Hello. All right, let's see if I can get... Let's see if I can get you guys, like, at a... Oh, I don't know. That's going to let... I don't know if that lets you guys see what I'm doing, but it, like, cuts off my face, which is very inconvenient. So let's try and move you guys back, maybe? Hold on, guys. I have to move, like, my kid's insane amount of pickles. That any better? A little bit better? I don't know. We'll go from there. I can still read your questions. So I use green apples, right? This one still has its sticker on it. Goodness. I use green apples, and then I'm going to use this caramel sauce just because it's what I had in my fridge. So we're going to use la lechera caramel apple sauce. We're going to put that in. I also have, love your videos. Me and my fam are huge fans. Thank you, Diane. Puro Guanajuato vlogs. Thank you. I also have masa de mantequilla in this cubeta, in this bucket. So that's what we're gonna use in our for our masa. So hello from Laredo, Texas. Hello, hello. Thanks for being on. Thank you, thank you. All right, guys. Saludos. I tried to get you back like as far as I could, but so that you guys could also see what I was doing on the table. I don't have a professional setup, you guys. I don't feel like a very professional blogger or vlogger. So we work with what we've got, right? That's it. Fidel went outside. I believe he was outside talking to Alexis's husband. So I don't know. He probably will be coming back in a few minutes. So, and maybe he'll sit down and help me, which would be nice. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So I'm just going to cut up my apples into very, very, you can do slices if you want. Maybe I'll do slices. Sometimes I do slices. Sometimes I just do big or little squares. Just whatever works for you. Do it however you want. Don't let anybody tell you what the right way to make your own food is. Hello from Alabama. Hello, hello. Yeah. Saludos. It's hard to man, how do people who do cooking vlogs do this? How do they go live? Hi, Alexis. I miss you too. Did Bebe tell you that he's eating like a ton of tamales right now? I'm sorry that you're missing it, but I promise to make tamales when you get back. Saludos. So I have them cut up into strips. I think I'm just going to cut them down into, see how they're cut into strips? I think I'm just going to these do not have to be perfect. They're just going inside of tamales. No, my husband doesn't look inside the tamales and say these are not cut. These apples are not cut correctly. So, and then I'm going to just put them in my little bowl over here. This is one of my sister-in-law's bowls that I haven't returned yet. Saludos desde Little Rock, Arkansas, por el rumbo. Saludos, Moni Garcia. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, we're making, so for those of you joining, ¿Cuál chamaco? Daniel. Pues no sé. ¿Cuál chamaco Daniel? I don't know what you're talking about. Ya no entiende su pregunta, lo siento. Disculpa, pero pregúntame, pues. Manda saludos. Lo siento. Rodolfo Perez, saludos. Save you a plate? Absolutely. Yeah, you caught my live. Gracias. I'm making tamales de mantequilla with caramel apples in the middle. This was a request from my husband. So that's what I'm doing. And I decided to go live, but didn't actually think it through because I do not have the proper equipment for you guys to be able to see everything. But we're just gonna roll with it and do the best that we can. But so that's what we're doing is we're making tamales. That was a very white way to say that too. All right, let's see. Hi, Candace. Sending a big shout out to you and your kids, Diego and Dominic, and talking about Dominic. He's super cute. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. No, thanks for being here and watching me. Hopefully nothing goes wrong since I'm, live and there's people watching because that'd be embarrassing. Hi, Lucky13. Hello, hello. Making tamales, yes. Just have to cut my stuff up. I should have pre-cut, but I didn't think about it. Fidel had to go and get me hojas because I didn't have any. I was out. And instead of pre-cutting, I, just sat and waited for him and went live on TikTok. So, yep. So I'm making tamales de mantequilla with caramel applesauce, or with caramel apples in the middle. So, tamale de mantequilla. The masa is made with butter and sugar. So, I don't know if you've ever had it. I don't know. A lot of people, last time I did it on a video, a lot of people said that they had never had it before. But one of my comadres did say that she knows how to make it. And so I'm going to get all the stuff and we'll go over and she'll teach us how. So we'll all learn together because I would love to know how to make it. So, and no, I'm not cooking my apples first because they'll cook just fine in the masa. So I'm not cooking my apples first. I'm also not taking the skin off of them. So I like the skin. My family likes the skin, but you can totally take the skin off if you don't. And these are green apples. You can do it with it. I've done it with every kind of apple, but I do prefer to do it with the green apples, just like using green apples in like your pies and stuff. Just because they have a little bit of a tart flavor. So, hola desde Pasadena, Texas. Hola Claudia. Hola Sylvia, Southern California. Admire you and your family. Thank you. Yeah, you can totally have some tamales. I don't know. I have no idea how I'm going to get the tamales to you, but you can totally have some. Hola desde Dana Point. I sent you a message the other day. Hopefully you can support my Deported Dreamer channel. I absolutely will go and look at it. Let me say your username so that I can keep track of it because I can't write it down. The Exile El Deporte. So will you, if you haven't yet, because I know my emails are a couple weeks behind, but if you haven't yet, will you please send an email to my email address, which is on my About Us page. So if you get a chance, please send an email. That's the best way to get in contact with me. And that goes for anybody that has any questions, you need help, you want to tell me your story, anything like that. You can send me an email. I always answer my email. I'm just a little slow at answering them, but I always answer them. And I love talking to you guys. It's just the easiest and safest way to communicate with you guys. So, goat meat tamales, I have not. I've never even heard of them, which is weird because they eat goat here. But yeah, I have never even heard of them. Hola, abuelita. Hola, hola. Thank you. Yeah, just send me an email. That would be perfect. Yes, I actually made the the strawberry masa tamales, is what you're talking about with the raisins. Tamales de fresa con pasas. We made those yesterday, actually. And so that video, I'll put that video up tomorrow for you guys. So yes, a long video. I think it's like 16, almost 17 minutes long. So make sure you watch it to the end. But yeah, I'll put that video up tomorrow for you guys. It's just a day in our Saturday. So we did make those yesterday, so I'll put that up for you guys to see. We did that, and we did rajas. It's the other one that we did with queso. And my comadres use queso fresco, and I always use queso de Oaxaca. So yeah, I really like the sweet tamales. My kids are obviously Diego's not really a fan of them, but Dominic likes them. Diego's not a huge fan of them. Diego definitely likes the spicy salsa meat tamales. I love rajas too. Hello, Ismael. Tamales de mole? Yes, absolutely. I was like, how can I? I told my sister-in-law, how can you make tamales better? I told her, I said, I didn't think mole poblano could get any better. And then I had it in a tamale. Or in a tamal. I keep messing up that word. I didn't mess it up on my video yesterday, I don't think, though. What time is it here? It's about 8 o'clock, so it's super late to be starting these. But the sweet tamales, these ones are going to be smaller, and they actually cook pretty quickly. So, I mean, we'll have them for breakfast, essentially. YouTube chefs are in the chat? No way. Are they correcting how I'm cutting my apple wrong? Because I imagine that's a thing. My nails are a little long, and I am not concerned about them being perfect. Yeah. Tamales de barbacoa. No, I haven't. I have never been offered a tamale de barbacoa. I don't know what this little tiny bug is. Sorry, guys. Little bug flying around. Saludos desde Little Rock. Saludos. What's your favorite dish to cook? It's mole poblano. You know why? Because I was so incredibly proud of myself for learning how to cook it. So That's why it's my favorite dish to cook. And because I get to eat it. So, yeah. I'm going to only cut up one more apple and then we'll get started, you guys. Because I honestly, I may not have a ton of masa, so maybe actually, I might actually just do it with those. Let's get started. Let's get started. All right. So here is I'm going to put some masa on a plate so you guys can see it. So, and it is butter masa, so when you put it it does have to be kept in the fridge, and when you put it in the fridge, it obviously gets pretty stiff. So don't worry, because it has butter in it, it won't, I mean, it cooks up very nicely. It's just stiff because I had it in the fridge. Okay, so here's my plate of masa. I'm going to show you guys. Oop. This is what the masa de mantequilla looks like. And my hands are going to get messy during this process, so nobody get concerned. I did wash my hands. So yeah, here we go. Random question. Do you watch novellas? I do not, actually. I will watch Rosa de Guadalupe occasionally, but I don't think that really, does that count as a novella? I don't know. So I will watch that occasionally, but I don't get into like novellas. Nope. They're just not my forte. So, okay. And here's my hoja. I did soak it in, I soak mine in warm water, but my comadres, I'll do it in cold water. It doesn't matter. You can still, it's obviously still pliable. So this is the base of your tamale. And then this is the part that you fold down. So I think, I don't know, do you guys' hojas look like this? Are they different depending on where you are? Like, is it a regional thing or, you know, differ by country? But I'm going to put the masa in here and obviously lose some of it on the table. No big deal. So this is a real professional video, you guys. All right. But I put the masa in here, and then I'm going to smooth it out so that I can put my apples in it. So keep asking those questions. I'm doing my best to answer them. Saludos de Fresno. Is that what you said? What time is it there? It's I believe it's about 8 o'clock, but I'm not 100% sure because I can't see the time and I don't have a clock in my kitchen. So I don't know. That's a super good question that I can't answer at the moment. Fidal's favorite American dish. So I consider it my Tex-Mex enchiladas that I do. Because they're very Americanized. So I think that's probably his favorite. That's what he requests the most. So yeah. Good idea on the apple ones. Honestly, with the first time that I ever had this masa, the first thing that came to my mind was that masa would be incredible, but like apple pie style. And so that's honestly where it came from. And then I did a couple different versions. So I did some like cinnamon sugar apples, and they really liked that. But then once I did the caramel ones, Fidel was like, yeah, I want caramel apple all the time. Okay, so I have my masa spread out, right? I know it looks a little like crappy, but it's hard to do when it's first out of the fridge just because the masa is a little bit stiff and I didn't take it out. It's fine. It will still cook just fine. So then I'm going to, so now that I've spread the masa out, and I do make it thicker towards the bottom so that it closes it. But I'm going to put some apples in the center of it. And then I'm going to take my la lechera, dulce de leche, right? And literally all I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze some of this on top. And I'm only using this caramel sauce because it's what I had in my fridge. You guys can use whatever caramel sauce you want. And so I'm going to put some caramel sauce in it. And then all I'm going to do is close this bad boy up. And that's it. That's my tamale. That's how I do my caramel apple tamale. So now you know. Actually, I believe that I have done a video. I believe that there is a YouTube video on it already. And so then I'm going to take this part off though. Just going to make sure that my tamale is all in there just like that. And then I just fold it down. And then there's my tamale. Or my tamal. Oh my gosh, I keep messing it up. This is going to be a whole video of me messing up that word. All right. Son las 8:35. Gracias. Tamal de apple. Why is it too much caramel sauce? And like, why the eye roll emoji? Calm down. I mean, I would tell you to be concerned if 1, you were paying me to make these for you, or 2, you were even going to consume them. But since you're not doing either of those, it's okay. My husband likes a lot of caramel sauce on it. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. He eats very well, and he gets plenty of exercise, so he can have extra caramel sauce if he wants it. Try and get my masa a little bit pliable. Make them, let's see. Oh, yeah, always. I don't know. Make them how you like them. Oh, well, that's what I think, right? You should just make your food how you want it and how you want to eat it. It's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect or to anybody else's standards. It's all right. Oh, so I'm not doing cinnamon in these ones. These are just caramel apple ones. If I run out of apples and have to cut more, then I will do cinnamon and sugar on the apples and then put those in. But because these ones are caramel apple, I'm not putting cinnamon on them. Nope, not today. Fidel requested just caramel apple. So that's what I'm doing today. Also, I want you guys to know that my preference is to put the masa in by hand and not a spoon, because I think it's much easier. But I'm not going to do that because I think a lot of people will complain that I'm putting my hands in the masa. When I make them for my family, that's usually how I do that. Do it. They also put, sometimes they'll put pineapple in this masa. Just fine, like it doesn't affect anything, but so that you literally, like this masa, most of the time, I've just seen this masa just put into the hoja, and they usually don't stuff it with anything. They just put it into the hoja. Yes, yummy tamales. Then we're going to put our apples in. And our caramel sauce. Yeah, exactly. Well, if you don't put a decent amount of caramel sauce, though, here's the thing. It won't stand out in the tamale because the tamale is already sweet, like a little bit sweet. So, yeah. You make your tamales however you want. That's anybody out there that's learning to make tamales or anything like that. You make them however you want. You can make them however you want. However you and your family like them is perfectly okay. Yeah, I also like the pineapple. Yes, I've had the pineapple too. The Molino had just had strawberry last time when we went to pre-order on Friday. So yeah, I'm a chef in the kitchen. Just decided I wanted to talk to all you lovely people while I made my tamales. This one still has the stem on it. I'm gonna buy a dozen. Thanks. Oh man, I'm not quick enough. Like you're gonna see that it's gonna. I ripped that one. That always has done. You're gonna see that it takes me quite a while. I'm just not as quick as like Michael Milades, so I'm just slower. So when I do make tamales, I always anticipate that it'll be a little bit longer process because I'm not that fast at it. So. Oh yeah, I didn't know that. You know what would be really good in these is homemade caramel sauce. I bet that would be amazing. I am not in a position to make homemade caramel sauce tonight though. So that's why we're using La Lechera. Yeah. But I bet that would be amazing. All right, guys, let me get back to. Yeah, well, it's like a dessert tamale. Tamale. Oh my gosh. I always mess up that word. They are dessert tamales. There we go. That way I can say tamales and I don't have to correct it. Yeah, definitely sweet. So like yesterday when we made them, we made rajas, and we also made a sweet tamale that's strawberry with raisins, which is more traditional, or which more common down here. That and the mantequilla that I'm doing, but without apples. So we did that, and then and we just served 1 and 1 on the plates. So yeah, I need a couple more apples. All right. Hello, everyone. Sorry, my fingers are getting in the way. I know. They're good with a cup of coffee. I agree. I love rajas too. So for those of you just joining, these are caramel apple tamales, and they're done in a masa de mantequilla, which is a sweet butter masa. I've made them. Well, I've made some versions of apple, like sweet apple butter tamales on my channel before. But this Fidel requested caramel apple ones tonight. So yeah, you could freeze them. Absolutely. You could absolutely freeze them. Can you use any fruit in? Yeah, I mean, I think you can. I think that one of the things I like about masa, like tamales, and the masa for it is that like you have the sweet masa or you have the salt masa de sal. And I honestly think that you can get creative and change up your fillings. Of course, why not? I mean, anything that you can get to stay in the masa and in the hoja, why not? Try it out. Nothing wrong with trying it out. I've had all kinds. I saw a tamale with a tamal on TikTok with an entire like rib in the middle of it with the bone and everything. And I thought it was amazingly cool. So yeah. Why not change it up and experiment with it? Put your favorite food in it. How about bacon? I don't see why not. Has anybody ever had a bacon tamale? Is that a thing? We need to find out. My husband would love that. Sorry, guys. We eat it with well, the boys eat it with hot chocolate, and then we eat it with coffee. So, but I do decaf. No such thing. It's too much caramel. I agree. Yeah, a tamale with an entire rib in it. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna see if anybody has made tamales with bacon. I'm sure that somebody has done some kind of variation of it. Bacon. You guys remember when bacon was so popular? There was like a chapstick, like a bacon chapstick and stuff. That's what I remember. I think bacon went through like a famous phase. And everybody wanted bacon flavored everything. So that's what that made me think of. Like, I'm sure during that phase, somebody was like, let's put bacon in masa and make a tamal out of it. I do know how to make café de olla. I do. I recently learned. But yes. Shrimp tamales? That actually, see, I would like that, but I also really like shrimp. So my caramel sauce is too cold. It's being very slow. It's like a full thing, but it's being very slow. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to make sure that I see your questions. Did I lose connection? Let me know if you can't see me or hear me. So I actually work from home. I have my MBA, and I do freelance work from home. So that's what I do here. So I do work out of my home in Mexico, but I don't work for a company in Mexico. Yeah. Oh, good. Good. Thank you. I thought maybe it went out. Oops. I thought maybe it went out. My phone also just popped up and said that I have 10% battery. So I'm going to give you guys... as much of these tamales as I can and answer as many questions as I can while I'm doing this until my phone dies. So that's the deal. So if it cuts off out of nowhere, you guys know why. It's almost that time of year. Yeah. No, so I didn't prepare this masa. I do purchase this masa. It is masa de mantequilla. It's made by, I found out that they're the only molino in town that does this particular masa. And so, yeah, so I bought this. I did not prepare this masa. I do know how to prepare the masa from scratch, and I can absolutely do a video on it if you guys are interested. ¿Cuáles son sus tacos favoritos? Pues de bistec es mi favoritas. O de lengua. Me gustan los dos. I like just the bistec, or like carne asada tacos too are really good. Or tongue, cow tongue. Either one. Yeah. Hello. Oh, also, I'll tell you guys something really cool. So the rescue, if you remember, we did a live from them while they were, cleaning up their new facility. So the rescue, the vet that actually works for the rescue came down to the town and fixed, did sterilizations for 7 dogs in my mother-in-law's little town, and they're planning on coming back. And we were able to cover it and make that a free service, thanks to the TikTok revenue that gets donated to the rescue. But we also, the rescue told us that they would, do it with those funds as well. So I thought that was cool. I thought I would share that with you guys. Full recipe, please. All right. I will. I'll have to. My comadre knows how to make this masa de mantequilla, so I will do a video with her. This is going to be a really small tamale. This will be Dominic's. My comadre does know how to make the butter tamales, so the masa de mantequilla. So I will absolutely film a video of it with her and then show you guys how to do it. Pronto vienen. Sí, mi marido dice que él tiene 4 videos para ustedes. Él es grabar 4 videos para ustedes esta semana. Entonces, él es grabar muchos videos. Videos largos, no cortos. Yeah, so Fidel said that he plans on filming at least 4 videos just this week. And of course, they have to be translated and edited. But yeah, we'll be able to definitely get those up for you guys. So, and he did say a house update. Sí tiene una video con, pues, I don't know how to say update in Spanish, which is weird. But una video de casa también. Of course. I'm glad that I could, and I'm glad that there was such a big interest in it. And I'm glad that I'm able to do it to help out, because I know that can be a stressful thing to try and afford if you just can't afford it. So I'm glad that we were able to go and do it. It was incredible. Thank you. Yeah, so if you guys didn't know, all of our TikTok revenue actually goes to a local animal rescue here that does a lot of amazing work. So that's where the TikTok revenue goes to. Let's see. Diego's watching a movie. La casita. Gracias. Diego's watching a movie, and Dominic actually went with Fidel. So this one has a lot of pineapples in it, so I might just close it up and let it be its own thing, but we'll see. Saludos. Hi, Martha. This masa is so much easier when it's not cold. So keep that in mind if you make this masa when we put up the recipe. It's much easier to use when it's not cold. So I'd let it sit out just like you do butter. Much easier to manage when it's not cold. Now I'll put apples in it still. Why did I name my kid Dominic? Actually, it was Fidel's choice, I believe. But yeah. But Fidel calls him Dominic Toretto from Fast and Furious. Yeah, both of our boys have middle names that are their grandparents, that have to do with their grandparents, but their first names were just decided by us. Different reasons, but not anything in particular. So move those apples down just a little bit. What's your favorite? Oh, what's my kid's favorite Mexican? So Mexican food. Diego's is tacos. And Dominic's, honestly, Dominic's right now is beans. He loves he'll sit down and eat beans for days. So that's his. Put the masa in the microwave for a few minutes. Yeah, that's a good idea, but I don't know. I don't want it to melt a lot. So in my tamales, this is masa de mantequilla, which is a sweet butter masa. And I'm putting green apples and caramel sauce in them. So I'm making caramel apple tamales. Yeah. And I honestly, I don't know if this is something that other people do. I've never had them before, never seen it, but I don't know. I don't know if, I'm sure I'm not the first one to do it. So just FYI, not taking credit for this. I've just never seen it. I just thought it sounded really good with butter masa. Thank you. I'm glad that you like to. En la próxima semana tiene un nuevo video de nuestros casa. Saludos desde Ohio. I know. Saludos desde Colorado. Saludos. I've never had apple caramel. Come in. And yes, I yelled because it's Alexis's husband and he speaks English. I've never had caramel apple tamales. Yeah. They're pretty good. I'm still live on YouTube. Sorry. It's because I switched over. My phone's about to die, though. I only have 10%. Will it let you drop it? I guess try it out. Sorry, he's trying to drop. So, let's see. So for those of you that don't know, Alexis's husband, Bebe, does my YouTube translations. And so he's trying to airdrop the video to me that I'm uploading for you guys tomorrow, which is a long video. So, está perrito bien bonito. Pues my Shih Tzu, the loud one that barks. Oh, yeah, if you like what you're watching, for the likes, I can show you guys. This is what we're doing. We're making caramel apple tamales. Back. I'm good. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. There we go, guys. Got your new video all ready. Now I just had to put it on YouTube for you. Saludos. ¿Te gustan tacos de barbacoa? Claro que sí. Tienen esto mucho en las fiestas aquí. Tienen barbacoa. Lots and lots. That's very popular for parties here. Saludos. Saludos para toda la familia. ¿Sabes qué? Nunca tienen de tamales de elote. Nunca tienen. Pero mi pregunta es prueba poco como cornbread? Does it taste a little bit like cornbread? Do you guys know? I've never had it. I know that all masa is made from corn, but there's like a specific tamale that's made with like corn kernels, correct? I loved Oaxaca. I loved it. I did not like, I was not a huge fan of the heat in Oaxaca, but I'm used to it being very cold. And I was not at all a fan of the fire ants that exist in where Beth is. My feet have still not recovered from them. My family is good. Thank you. Thank you. Lots of folks from Phoenix in here. Yeah, probably because it's a little bit later. So that's cool. We're probably getting a lot more on the West Coast. Well, it's like a soft version of cornbread. That's awesome. I bet I would love it then. But yeah, nobody here's ever made it. Like I've never had it, and I could definitely try it. Like I could try and make it. I bet it would be good. Hopefully you guys don't pick up Fidel's music because they're on the roof. And YouTube always gets me with copyright whenever Fidel's playing music, or honestly whenever anywhere's playing music, which makes it very hard to film for YouTube in Mexico because everybody's playing music. But yes, we are planning on getting married in the church here. We didn't get to do that in the States. We were legally married in the States, but we didn't get to get married in the church. I have a video on that. Hola, abuelita. Dios bendiga tu hermosa familia. Saludos desde Toronto. Saludos. We're making a nice little stack. I have officially made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've made 8 tamales. I'm so slow. That's okay. Nobody in my family is coming to bug me, so it must mean that nobody's concerned about how long it's taking me to make these. Nobody has come to ask if they're done yet, which is a good thing. So, hold on, guys. Sorry, my hoja isn't separating very well. It's moist and sweeter than corn. Oh, sweeter than cornbread, then I would love it. Because I really like sweet cornbread. And I really like when they put chiles in cornbread. So yeah, that's cool. Is this a typical Sunday evening? No, I don't typically make tamales on Sunday evening. It was just a request from my husband. So this isn't like the boys watching a movie or, you know, everybody hanging out, Fidel outside. Sometimes him and Diego go and hit the punching bag and things like that. And then, like, you know, sometimes Alexis will be over here because her husband will be hanging out with my husband. But that's kind of what our typical Sunday nights look like. So, yeah. Not bad. I'm going to show you guys what this looks like before I fold it. Those are big pieces of apple. This is what it looks like. Oh, do you see it? Green apples, caramel sauce, and then the masa. That's it. So simple. Super simple. All right. Let's see. ¿Qué tantas? Pues con esto, porque tienen 2 kilos de masa, yo pienso, pues, maybe como 30. I'll probably be able to make about 30 tamales. We're going to see. It depends on how big you make them. And usually I make them a little bit bigger, but the hojas that I have, some of them are really, really small. Let me show you. Some of them are really small. And then I have some bigger ones. And when I do like rajas and that, Fidel likes a ton of filling in his. And so I usually will only use like these bigger. So like, look at the difference in this. Oh, let me hold them the right way. Look at the difference in these two hojas, right? And so I usually will use these bigger ones because you can put a whole lot more in it, but they take a little bit longer to cook. These ones will cook a little bit faster because they're smaller, which is nice. So I'll probably get, I think maybe I can get about 30. I'm at 9 right now, and I have quite a bit of masa left. So I probably can get about 30 tamales out of this, which is perfect for our little family. So, because trust me when I tell you that my husband will sit down and eat about 5 in one sitting. So, and don't anybody come at me for his health. He's perfectly fine. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Try not to put my finger in the camera, but honestly, I envy you guys. I'm trying to convince my wife to move over there, and best wishes from Phoenix, Arizona. Has she been able to visit? Have you taken her to visit or anything? Or, are you not in the situation? I mean, I understand if you're not in a situation to where you can take her to visit, but that's what I always recommend to people if they're in a position to visit. I always, recommend visiting first and seeing if you like it. That's for anybody that's, considering it or thinking about it. Because I honestly think that when you come here, you definitely, I feel like you have to experience Mexico firsthand. Because there's so much out there that tries to dissuade you from anywhere but the tourist areas. And there's just a lot of really beautiful places in Mexico and people. So you get a different feeling and view of it when you get to see it in person. Oh, really? ¿De qué son los tamales? Esta es masa de mantequilla, pues entonces es dulce con manzanas verdes y cajeta. That's these ones. Oh, I missed an apple. So I may be able to get some cinnamon and sugar apples in this, actually. I have enough masa for that. No. No what? What are you saying no to? With a lot of exclamation points. No, no, I can't make these tamales. My husband likes them. I've always wanted to visit Puebla. My stepson lives there. Oh, no way. That's cool. Are you living in your new house? No. The first floor of our new house should be complete. Fidel thinks that it'll be done in December. And, just kidding. Okay. I was so worried. And so once the first floor is completed and we do the techo, the roof, then we'll move over there while they complete the second floor. So, yeah. That one had a broken piece on it. Don't anybody be alarmed. Tamales de queso con rajas. Yes. They were very, very good. Very good. Probably won't get my tacos made tonight. I'm going to be completely honest. But what I'll do is we do have tamales. We have rancheros and de rajas en queso. That they always send you home with a bunch of tamales whenever you go to an event that has tamales. That we didn't eat today because we were gone again today. So I'll probably just heat those up for the family, and we'll eat tamales again tonight for dinner. And have these for dessert. Was it hard for you to cook Mexican food when you got married to Fidel? No, I actually had my sister-in-law in the U.S. I have a sister-in-law up there. And actually she started off my learning to cook dishes. And then I've just expanded it while here. The only thing that I found, I guess that was a little bit, not frustrating, but hard for me in the beginning, was that there were no measurements for anything. So that was hard for me because I'm just used to following recipes because I like to bake, and my grandmother bakes a lot and things like that. And then when I started learning how to cook food from her, she was like, there's just not any measurements. You just kind of, put this about this much. And I was just like, it was so stressful to me because I was so worried I was going to, I was so worried that I was going to mess it up. I'm in my kitchen. Yeah, this is my kitchen. Probably don't recognize it because I'm sitting in front of this cabinet thing. So, yep. Yes, we just little of this and that type of cooking. It's true, though. Absolutely. What kind of Mexican music do you like? Pues, I like all kinds, to be honest, but I'm not super familiar with all of the artists and titles and things like that. Obviously, because my Spanish isn't perfect, a lot of my enjoyment of music here is the feeling that I get from it and the words I can pick up while I'm learning. So, yeah, it just depends. Para los niños. Yeah, I see yeah, you're right. Those are good too. So I'm not using meat. I am doing masa de mantequilla, which is a sweet butter masa. And I am putting green apples and caramel sauce in them. Highly requested by my husband. He wanted me to make them for him, so... Thank you. My Spanish is definitely still a work in progress, but I think I'm getting more and more comfortable using it on my platforms, which is nice. Hola, abuelita. Saludos desde Los Angeles. Saludos. Yes. Yeah, I know. Hopefully YouTube doesn't copyright me because of my husband's music in the background. It's because my husband's up on the roof right now. And so he's up there with his radio and stuff. I think him and Alexis's husband are probably up there chatting. So, visitar Zacatlan? I will. Absolutely. I've been told about that before and told that I should visit there. Yeah, they're probably going to end up being mostly for breakfast because the kids will be in bed by the time they are done. My husband will stay up and wait for them to finish, but they'll probably be breakfast, yes. Let's see. Thank you. ¿Cuándo van a hacer pozole? Pues, la verdad, no sé. Maybe esa semana o la semana atrás, ¿por qué no? Porque ahora right now it's cold. Ahora está frío. Entonces es el tiempo para pozole, tamales, atole, todo. I miss hanging out on the roof. Yeah, I know. Oh, you don't hear the music? That's actually good because if you hear it, that means YouTube will probably most likely pick it up and then they'll copyright. Like they'll hit me with a copyright strike and then I'll have to cut this part out of my live and it'll make it weird when anybody rewatches it. Qué rica comida, le encantan. Gracias. Pozole during Christmas. Yep. Diego really likes having pozole for his birthday. So I usually make pozole for his birthday. Yeah. So I'm making I'm using a masa de mantequilla, which is a sweet butter masa, and I am putting green apples and caramel sauce in them. That's the kind of tamale I'm making. Now remember, if my live cuts off, it's because my phone died, but I appreciate each and every one of you being here and hanging out with me while I made some tamales. Hello. Ahorita la masa se va a... Sí, está amarillo porque es masa de mantequilla. Entonces, tienen... I believe that they use, the... What is it called? Oh, no. Why am I missing it? I don't think that they use the... leche de vaca is what I'm thinking. Or not leche de vaca, mantequilla de leche de vaca. So I don't think they use real butter. I believe that they use the margarine. That's the word I was looking for. Oh man, it took a long time to get there. I believe that they use margarine in their recipe. I'm not sure. But they call it masa de mantequilla. Sweet butter masa. So. My favorite Mexican dish is mole poblano. Has your family been to from the U.S. been to Mexico yet? Not yet. There were plans in the works prior to COVID. Then COVID hit and they weren't able to, we had to cancel plans. And so hopefully we'll get to revisit those soon. I love the culture. Usually flying to Guadalajara. Oh, that's cool. Saludos, güerita. Saludos. Fidel's drink of choice, do you mean like an alcoholic drink? So Fidel actually doesn't drink. He does like, he likes the non-alcoholic beer. So sometimes he'll get that. He'll get that if he's hanging out with, like everybody and they're all drinking. He'll usually get non-alcoholic beer. But yeah, he doesn't drink. So he's just not a drinker. Does Fidel like to dance? Not really, no. It is like very, very rare that my husband dances. Like he will dance for special occasions and that's about it. So, quiero la receta para la masa de mantequilla. Yo no cocinar la masa. Yo comprar con una molino en la pueblo. Pues la casa bien. Mi marido es en un nuevo video esta semana. La próxima semana. I think that's right. If it's not, I'm sorry. I'm doing my best. Fidel's literally the nicest person of all time. He is. He's a pretty good egg. I've grown quite fond of him. Saludos desde Texas. Saludos. Yeah, I will drink on special occasions and that, but Fidel doesn't drink. We also went to Mexico City. Yeah, Mexico City is beautiful. It has a lot of people in it. So I don't think I could ever live there just because it's really busy and just a fan of small towns. But it is absolutely beautiful. It has so much to see and do. What attracted me to Fidel? Honestly, he just had a really warm smile and he was just really kind. And he talked a lot about his family and his work with a lot of pride, which I really liked. And he was a gentleman. He still is. I shouldn't say was. He's still all of those things. But yeah, that's what attracted me to him the most. So, yeah. Fidel and I actually met through mutual friends. His friend was dating my friend, and they introduced us. And we're not friends with those the people that introduced us anymore. We just parted ways. And that's how we were introduced 14 years ago. Quite some time ago. He makes me feel safe. And I've never even met him. Oh, that's sweet. He also makes me feel safe. I often told him while he was in ICE's custody, I often told him that the worst part of what we were, like, one of the worst things that, you know, well, one of the hardest parts for me was going to bed at night by myself in our apartment with our child and not having him there because I didn't feel safe. I didn't feel safe in my home. So it was yeah. So I definitely understand that. Has Fidel's English? No, it actually hasn't. Actually, Fidel's English progressively gets better and better. He just isn't comfortable using it very often, which makes me sad. This one is a little broken, so we're going to put another hoja around it, which makes me really sad because I wish that he would use it more often, but yeah, he just isn't, he's just not comfortable speaking it. I think he's just been criticized a lot for it. So, oh yeah, no spamming. No spammy spam. Let's see. Rachel, thank you. Oh yeah, kick them out. If they're saying inappropriate things, will somebody kick them out, please? I can't because my hands are covered in masa, which is why we're just gonna hold out on this live until my phone dies, so I don't get masa on my phone. The temperature here, honestly, I don't know what the temperature is outside right now. It is colder and it's getting colder, but usually it drops down to like the low 40s at night here. Sometimes the upper 30s. It gets really cold. So it just depends. So I don't know currently what the temperature is outside right now. Howdy. No, I tried to have a schedule. I really do try to have a schedule and like give you guys a heads up. But sometimes it's like this last couple weeks with everything going on with Fidel's grandma's funeral and stuff, I haven't been able to, I've just been going live like as soon as I can. But I usually try to announce when we're going live and I put it in the community portion of YouTube. So I think that if you are subscribed and you have all notifications turned on, that it will notify you when I post in the community. And I'll also do polls and sometimes I post pictures there and things like that. So it's if you're interested, it's a good place to be. Did I missed some gifts. Sorry, guys. Not trying to miss your gifts. Let's see. I said, saludos a Fidel. You're ignoring me. I'm so sorry. Fidel is outside, but I will absolutely let him know. Thank you. I'm not trying to ignore you. I just am having a hard time keeping up with comments and making tamales at the same time. But thank you, and I will let him know as soon as he comes back in, because he is currently on the roof. He is not here. Like, not in the house. How do you spread masa and answer a bunch of questions? I'm sure that there are YouTubers that are doing it, and they're doing a fantastic job about it with it. However, this takes a lot of concentration for me. So, because I just really don't want to mess up my tamales. Saludos, Cosby. ¿Tiene una pregunta en español? Pregúntame. I can't do that. It is hard to multitask. It's hard to you know, answer questions and see them, and they go really fast, and watching your videos is like watching a TV show. That's awesome. Like a good one though, like not like a reality, like a bad reality TV show, right? Gracias. Sí, está bien ricas. Bendiciones a la familia. Gracias. Valentín Vasquez, saludos. You're doing great. Thank you. I haven't had those, Salvador Diaz. Tu español. Gracias. How long do you soak? I honestly just put them in. I just put them in until you can bend them. Because with the hojas,